client is a confessed murderer, Miss Keating.
Justice Strickland, my client was never informed of his right to appeal the sentence after his first conviction. That's how ineffective his counsel was.
This is a version of the story coming from him.
Every one of the 15 public defenders that he has had represent him told him to plead guilty.
You're saying that he was not guilty of any of these crimes?
Thank you.
Without properly funded counsel, he received sentences longer than the average man. And these years in prison included solitary confinement, which resulted in mental health issues that led to the tragic events of this murder.
But you just said that your client was the victim.
The victim of underfunded public defense system.
Don't interrupt me.
Sometimes I think this whole country just fall apart if we weren't around to clean up all the mess. Only this time, I made the mess.
You were just being a good mom.
If you want us to consider race here, it would have to be the determining factor.
It's one of many factors.
But is it the determining factor? Either it is or it isn't.
Yes. Race is the determining factor.
You did not file this class action on the grounds of discrimination, so we cannot consider race in our decision.
I disagree.
Your Honor, I'd like to use the remainder of my time to prepare my rebuttal.
The request for rebuttal is granted.
Look up this ruling. Okay, Michaela, we lose without it.
Race has a discriminatory effect. It is unconstitutional.
You did
if that
your
was not its
best.
intended purpose. If that is the precedent that Miss Keating wants to challenge, then that...
Come on, Michaela. Pissed at you right now. You better come through. Here we go.
As an arbiter of the law with whole knowledge of historical jurisprudence in this country, race must always be considered a variable.
You have precious time, Miss Keating. I suggest that
Then
you
shut
don't
up.
waste it by making arguments you've already made.
These are not my words, Justice Strickland. They're yours. You wrote them in your 1985 ruling in Bryant v. Topeka. Racism is built into the DNA of America. And as long as we turn a blind eye to the pain of those suffering under its oppression, we will never escape those origins. The only safeguard people of color have is the right to a defense, and we won't even give them that. Which means that the promise of civil rights has never been fulfilled. Due to the failure of our justice system, our public defense system in particular, Jim Crow is alive and kicking. Laws that made it illegal for blacks and whites to be buried in the same cemetery. They categorize people into quadroons and octoroons. They punish a black person for seeking medical attention in a white hospital. Some may claim that slavery has ended. But tell that to the inmates who are kept in cages and told that they don't have any rights at all. People like my client Nathaniel Lahey and millions of people like him who are relegated to a subclass of human existence in our prisons. There is no alternative to justice in this case. There is no other option. To decide against my plaintiff is to choose lining the pockets of prison owners over providing basic defense for the people who live in them. And is that the America that this court really wants to live in? Where money is more important than humanity? Where criminality is confused with mental health?
I'm about to cry, actually. I don't know why.
The Sixth Amendment was ratified in 1791. It's been 226 years since then. Let's finally guarantee its rights to all of our citizens. But win or lose, I'd like to give a shout out to my team, and that includes my named plaintiff, Nathaniel Lahey. I hope that this is a first step in getting him the fair and proper defense that he never received during his 33 years in jail.
Yeah. I'd like you to meet Annalise's parents.
You are a very brave man, sir.
Not half as brave as your daughter.
Thank you.
I had a great team of smart people that helped me get this case heard. Several of my former law students, Connor Walsh in particular, as well as members of the Grant Institute that really pushed the court to hear this case. Olivia Pope.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that empty space under there. If he took the money, Oh, it's a USB.
Your mom's been lying to you.
What's on the USB?
You're having legal trouble. Wallace Mahoney was killed,
Not sure what that has to do with me.
but you've had other troubles with the police, no?
Okay, I'm telling Laurel about this.
What? What if her mom had was killed?
He said the justices might be swinging in our favor.
And she was
I
friends
believe
with
it when I
Dominic
see it in
too.
writing. You don't have to handle me anymore.
We did good. Take care of yourself, Annalise.
Bonnie, I was just about to call you.
Annalise, I'm so sorry to do this, but I'm at the hospital.
Is it Isaac?
No. It's Simon.
Oh, he's awake. Oh boy. All right, guys. So that was the end of How to Get Away with Murder, episode 13. Annalise went before the court and wasn't doing so well. They give her time to talk, but then that freaking Judge Strickland or whatever just kept interrupting and taking her time away, and it was really pissing me off. So I loved when Annalise came back with her rebuttal and used his own words against him. And then her speech after that, oh my God, it just it made my eyes water. And I have no idea why that made me want to cry, but it was great. It was amazing. I don't know what's going to happen, but she did an amazing job. And I hope things turned out, because there was no decision, right? Not that I know of, unless I missed it. I might have missed it. I don't know. I'm freezing cold. So if you saw me shivering or anything during that reaction, it's because I'm freezing right now. My hands and stuff feel like icicles right now. But yeah, so Nate's dad did great. I was worried that he would lose it or something, but he did great, and he was very nice to Annalise. And yeah, so I was glad for that. I liked that Annalise, Olivia was there for Annalise when she had completely lost it, and it didn't have anything to do with the case. It had to do with freaking Jacqueline blaming Annalise, like everybody does on the show. Everybody blames Annalise, and it really makes me so mad because she is not responsible for everything wrong, and it just, Isaac was a junkie before Annalise, and him being a junkie had nothing to do with her, and blaming her for him using drugs is wrong. He chose to go down that path long before her, and he chose to go down it now. And it had something to do with his own past, with his daughter's death and everything. Yeah, it got brought out because he was trying to help Laurel and everything, but it's still his decision. He made those choices that even made it possible for those guys to use that against him. Okay? So, I'm going to say, it's not her fault that he chose to do drugs again. And if she already knew, Jacqueline, if she already knew that Isaac did what he did with Stella's death, sending the text stuff, she should have told him she knew. Because then he wouldn't have been holding that guilt inside him. For 3 years was it? And then it brought him over the edge. So, bullshit. Okay? Michaela pissed me off. I'm so mad at her. I don't like her right now. What she did to Asher was bullshit. I saw it coming in the scandal episode. I saw it coming. And, I hope he finds out. I hope he finds out. And I hope he breaks up with her for good. Yeah. So also, it might be looking like Laurel's mom might have something to do with Wes's death. If in fact he's dead. Still don't know about that. But she had told Frank that she paid Wes off to leave Laurel, which he obviously hadn't done. They were still together when he died. But since she is also friends with Dominic, and Wes, it sounded like on that recording that Wes apparently took with him, which was smart on his part, and then he hid it. That he wasn't willing to do whatever it is that she was asking him, because it didn't say on there what she asked him. She was just like bringing up the fact that, you know, legal troubles and stuff like that, so hinting that he might need money, and everything. That he said he was going to tell Laurel about this, makes it look like maybe she's the one that ordered Dominic to kill Wes. Maybe. I have no idea. But hopefully we will find out soon. There's only 2 episodes left in the season. Oh, yeah. But it was a great episode. I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction. If you did, please give this video a like. If you have any suggestions on anything you'd like me to react to, please leave that down below. And I will see you guys in the next one.